be successful is the word that we maybe unconsciously use a lot. But this is the word that I don't have it in my vocabulary. And of course, many people tells me, especially now, for example, oh, I hope your book will be successful. But when I hear successful, it does not mean anything to me. And I just wonder what it means. What does it mean? So I don't say immediately, but from ancient Japanese perspective, and even still now, we are more focused on process than the result. So as long as I enjoy this path of creation, the path I walk in this life, and the experience and this everyday experience is more important. How I experience is more important than the finish and where the goal is or the finishing line. So I don't see the life in linear timeline, so that success does not mean how many outcome, how the outcome is, but it's more focused on daily experience. But I must say, in my early days, in my 20s and early 30s, when I was just coming out of my studies and starting up my business more in the modern Western way, I was caught up in this cycle. So in the corporate world, and I was chasing recognitions and of course more reward, and also I felt not enough, and I was gaining more and more qualifications. And of course it was good to study and gain a certification or qualification or degree, I must say. However, it was not from, there was a lot of fear, and also wanted to be validated and approved, and I wanted to get recognition, approval. So then if you were told, oh, you're successful, then you'll be happy, but it did not bring me any happiness or any blissful feeling. And then one after another, I was wondering, okay, why? And then you go to next one. So it was never ending chase. So, and there were many things happened, and I realized, and then I really had to go back to my own source, which was how I was brought up, I was taught, and with Japanese the ancient way, from Buddhism, from Shinto, and was really more to focus on this journey in the path. So, and when we look at our life, not only in this material world, we are connected to nature, we are connected to universe, we are part of this big, massive chain and massive flow of energy. And what we do is just a fraction of it. However, this fraction is also making a big sense to our life. So success is, for me, it is, when we say success, it's the end. And I love baking cakes. Sometimes I experiment with some ingredient. Then at the end, I see if it worked or not. Then when it works, then it's success. For example, if the cake raise properly, or like if the cake raise, it's great. And my method was successful. In this short period of time, if it worked or not, then the definition of success, I think it applied. But for me, it was like a short term, okay, my experimentation, it worked or not. But for life and for project, and it's not the end. There is no ending for me. Even the project, it looks like a short term, but we work with people. There are more than what we see than just numbers. So it's not only the project, but also in your self-development journey or even healing. If you focus on the end result, but the end result or outcome is often not there. So it is so important to focus more on the journey and the path we walk and how we walk every day. And so the success, I think every person has different opinions about it, but it's not measured by financial result or number of followers, for example. It's not about quantitative. And I think when we focus more on qualitative measure in what we do, we can create more joy in everyday life. And also, I often talk about the dual aspect in life, but it's actually, we have three, the middle in a state of zero as well. So plus, minus, zero. So everything, even everything looks good, there are always negative side. It's like the role of light and shadow, sun and the moon. And there is also in the middle part as well. So the success really, if you are really chasing, and also the feeling of success, it is good to question yourself, what does it mean? Because if you're chasing in the linear way, and also if you are only seeing the one side of what the result or the outcome of your project or what you're doing, it's very easy to get into the trap of, for example, burnout. So that's what's happening as well. And of course, for example, I like to have more viewers. It would be nice to engage with more people through this YouTube, but it's not what I aim for. And I really, really appreciate every person who is watching this video. But also for me, creating this video, I also enjoy in this process. And I also grew and I learned a lot from making this video. So this is, for me, the important thing is my joint project with my son. So we have been working not just as a mother and a son, but as a business partner. So this project to bring me not just creating video, but also more deeper meaning in my life. So if we try to see what we do and not only one perspective, but more holistically what it is about, we can bring more joy and more stillness and peace in your life. And that also helps you not fall into burnout. So if you like to interact me directly with your insight or even your questions, I would like to recommend you to join Japanese Wisdom Academy. So where we have really warm, nice community with wonderful members, and we have weekly group sessions. So where I give Q&A sessions and coaching sessions, and we can also interact in our platform directly. So please have a look. All the information, the link is in the description below. Thank you for watching.